dock. Okay. Okay, let's stand at the right place for this guy. Pleasant distraction. It just so happens that you bump into the Factor on his walk home. What a happy coincidence. You couldn't possibly manage this entire picnic basket by yourself. Overjoyed to have company, he joins you on the bench for the next hour, merrily eating sandwiches. You take your leave once you've seen the Gallivant pass by. Back on your deck, the Gallivant laughs jovially. His rubies wink in the light. Iron and Misery will be sending representatives to the contest in Port Cecil. There's a full itinerary for all the events tailored for every attendee. I have the dictator's moves mapped. Ready to visit the chess tournament. Okay. So we need to find Port Cecil. Have I found that already? Okay, Port Cecil. We'll see about that in a second. Oh, wait, actually, let's do that first here. Port Cecil. Hunter's Keep, Mutton Island, Moody's Light. Okay, so we have not found Port Cecil yet. Okay. Give the pass sign to the affable Factor. The Admiralty asks you to bring back strategic information. This is your contact. Okay. Let's go one strategic information. Perfect. Tea with the Factor. The poor fellow needs the company and he can spare an hour away from his schedule. Okay. An interlude. You sit on the veranda of the Factor's house, looking over the fungal jungle, an expanse of green and sour gold. The air is thick with the hovering spores. The scones are stale. Even the tea has a hint of mildew. But the Factor is good company. He shares odd stories about the ice and roses of Iron, the monstrosities of the sea lilies, and the little restaurant in Venderbright, where he enjoyed the most extraordinary seafood. Venderbright, I know. I've never met a tomb colonist who could cook. But you must visit the place. Do you know it? He also has a load of Bulgus Fron carted aboard your ship. He waves away your thanks. I've eaten so much of the stuff I fear I might have transformed entirely into fungus. He leans coincidentally towards you. It happens, you know. But one does have to eat rather a lot of it first. Okay, cool. So we've lost a couple terror. That's good. That's all for now. Okay. We got 6 fragments, so we've got 106 now. We've got 1 supply. Okay. You've been told of an exceptionally fine restaurant in Venderbright. Cool. Okay, let's get a port report here. The business of spores. Of course, Iono's activities here don't seem that interesting. Nevertheless, you record what you can. Some of the island's fungus is good to eat, some poisonous, hallucinogenic, or mischievous. Good luck. Unlocked with terror more than 50 you have. Okay, go. We got a supply. Okay, perfect. We're fortunate. We got 1 supply. Not that it was that much. And then we got 2 terror. Okay. Okay, perhaps not. I think that is everything. Okay. So now we can Toodaloo launch. And then let's send Z-Bat out first. I don't know if it makes a difference if you're right next to an island. Or no islands, okay. We fed the crew. Ah, there we go. Look at that. Hunger down. Okay, perfect. Good to know. Do we have a horn on this thing? Wow. Oh, look at that. We can turn the lights out. Which I remember is saying that if you travel with the lights on all the time, it helps with the... Oh, hello. Let's avoid that for a moment. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, so let's look at that. Okay, terror just went up to 17. Okay, so those are the little bar things that move the terror up. Do we fight this guy? Let's stop in the light here and let's see if this goes down. I don't think it does. Okay, let's send out Z-Bat. I'm guessing it's probably not going to do anything because literally the island's just to the south of us. But we'll see. To the east. Okay. Map to the east. Okay. Which port, though? That's the thing that I don't understand. Is it the port that I just found, or is it a different port? Okay, well, I guess we'll travel and see. Ooh, Bonnie's Reefs. Okay. Oh, we discovered it. Okay, perfect. So these are fragments, right? Another 132 fragments. Just want to look at the reefs. Oh my gosh. There's another Sunless game. Sunless Skies, I think. There's another one. That one will be interesting. I think I have it on my Steam wish list. That'll be one that, what is interesting as this one is, I'm going to have to take a look and see kind of what we have going on here. Oh, shit. Okay. One there. Okay. Crew of 16. Oh, shnikes. Did we completely miss our mark here or something, or what? Oh, the Patrick. So this is, I think, yeah, Patrick's lot. Okay, I think we're okay. That was a little spooky for a second. So we're gonna go back to this mode, right? Let's see. So can we dock here? Looks like we cannot, but it looks like there's something. Maybe it's just rocks. We're doing terrors at 18. Oh, what's this thing? That's a cannon, it looks like. Gander's Morn. Okay, yeah, here we go. We can dock down here. Gators. Not Ganders, Gators Morn. Okay, interesting, interesting. And docked. Beautiful. Gators Morn. Okay, ooh, a tough challenge. Locked. Okay, explore the Morn. Looks like that's really all we can do. There's a surprising quantity of the actual landscape on the Morn. It's vertical, admittedly, but once you find the beast paths and the urchin roads, you can traverse it as you would a rocky moor, with additional throatful of lurching terror. Oh boy. Oh, okay. I was gonna say it's gonna be like, guess what? All your shit just went up way a bunch. Okay. Unlock with 1 echo. I have 42. High risk challenge. 30% chance, 15% chance, 10% chance, 7% chance. Okay. Walk away. Riddles are for children. That's all. Yeah, we're not going to try to risk that one. A tough challenge. 31%. Overhear rumors of a pirate poet. The landlubbers fear pirates. Pirates fear the poet. Okay. Lies, nonsense, glimmers. Some say she's a clay man who freed herself with the power of verse. Possible. Others insist she's the personal mouse of the king with the 100 hearts. Unlikely. The claim she sails on a living ship made of the still screaming skulls of her victims. More sober voices mutter that no, it's just an Alceus class vessel. Whatever the truths, few have fought her and survived to tell the tale. Only the bravest of captains risk the lonely part of the Z where her flag is said to fly. Interesting. Okay. Another afternoon on the errant limpet. A drinking den by the docks. Oh yeah, let's go down to the drinking den. Let's see what's going on. We gained a terror. Great. Cold shoulders at the errant limpet. Conversation quietens as the drinkers look around. You've been here too long and you're attracting the wrong kind of attention. Time to move on. Well, poop. Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to go back in there. Not doing that. That's 31% chance. So I think we're good. Okay. All right. Let's look at the map here and see. Let's go. Away we go. Let's see what we can find. We'll head off. Should we keep going to the east? I think let's start heading actually back towards London. We got a lot of stuff to take into them, so let's kind of coast our way back, shall we? Feel like I maybe, well, I guess it doesn't matter. I was going to say, maybe I should have tried to stay in that light, but it's going to be constantly moving. Okay. We still have enough stuff to make it back. Full power to the engines. I'm pretty sure I'm already going full power, but repair the ship. Okay, actually, let's come to a, well, yeah, let's do this real quick. Let's send Z-Bat down. Something awaits you in port. So was it that port? I don't understand that. Okay. Some distance to the northeast. Oh. Well, let's head to the northeast real quick then. We might as well. Bed the crew. Oh yeah, look at this that we're wandering into. What have we got here? Oh. Let's come to the close side of this. Pigmote Isle. Ooh, fancy. Okay. There's a ship that's beached there. Oh yeah, here's our ports. It's a good thing that we hooked a hard right. Discovered Saints Haven. Nice. All right. Bring down our speed a little bit. And dock it. Okay. Lonely Desert Ranch. Disembark and see what awaits you. War. As you step onto your quay, you hear clamor, shouts, and shooting. You can see off in the distance smoke rising from beyond the hill, and dots of fire flecking on the horizon. Two tiny figures stand a little further down the quay, unmoving, as if awaiting your approach. Okay. A literary interlude. The following is an extract from the popular Diary of a Z Captain, from London to Irem, and what we did there before we arrived, washed ashore on Mutton Island, and subsequently serialized in the unexpurgated Gazette. The author's identity remains unknown. Okay, the tale of Pigmote Isle, in which delegation is made, a choice is presented, war is declared, a most singular treasure is sought by all, and a new empire is founded with tooth and claw. Oh my gosh. Chapter 1, The Delegation. The figures were rodents. To my left was a Ratus Faber wearing goggles, a blacksmith apron, and an assortment of tools. To my right, an unusually large guinea pig wearing a helmet and breastplate reminiscent of nothing much as a high Middle Ages. The rat stepped forward first and bowed. Welcome, Captain. A Rat Star Island. I am Edgar, second chief engineer of the 3rd Rat Brigade. I invite you to avail yourself of food and fuel at our expense. The only cost to you is a choice. The rat stepped back at precisely the same moment with what appeared to be the ease of long habit. The guinea pig scuttled forward and made a declamatory chirp. Welcome, Captain, to the Isle of Cavia. I am Lady Augusta Devereux, Swinch of the Blackwater Swinches, Sensual to our king, Gracenaw. Gracenaw? Yeah, Gracenaw. First of his name. I invite you to avail yourself of food and fuelage at our expense. The only cost to you is a choice. The two stood at attention. Look at me expectantly. Okay, let's speak to the chief engineer. A rat in the making. I asked the chief engineer to elaborate. He looked at me for a long, measured moment before speaking gruffly. We came to this island to make a home for ourselves away from London. Its cats and snuffers, its rat skin suits. We came to live as citizens of our own republic. We came with our tools, our teeth, our clever hands. And we made a beautiful city by the light of the rat star that shone bright and blue on Mount Arent. A rarat. A rarat? A rarat. The chief engineer nodded towards the distant hill. One day we braved the depths of the chicken woods, and from the top of the mountain Ararat, we plucked the rat star to be our light, our beacon. But the pigs of Cavi saw the light, and they lusted for it. They sent armies to rule us and steal our star. We will not permit them to take what is ours. We will resist to our last breath. Will you join us in defeating them? Okay, let's speak to Seneschal here. A night out of habit. The Seneschal cleared her throat with a delicacy to rival the Duchess's own before speaking. Grace Naw, the king, our lord and sovereign, full 7 months, had sojourned on the sea, conquered this land, and won the southern main. Now no fortress against him shall remain, no city's walls left for him to gain, save the rats that squeak behind mountains. Unlikely was the lamb of our deliverance. Assured shall be our glories and their fall, when our lady's eye restored to our hall. The Seneschal composed herself and then added, we saw truth and beauty by the light of our lady's eye on Mount Caveat. But the rats, with their guns and their chatter and their peasants' politics, stole it from us. We will subjugate them and take it back. They are rubble, and we will rule them with the steel-shod velvet of our paws. Will you join us? Oh, gosh. Let's see here. I sided with the chief engineer. He seemed grumpy but honest. Also, I knew all too well what the rat-made weapon can do. Was it her charm or her fondness for London's rat-skin coats that swayed me? Perhaps a little of both. At any rate, I was keen to find out more about their civilization. I attempted to broker peace. Surely their commonalities were more numerous than their differences. Perhaps I could help them get along. I mean, I would prefer to do this broker peace. Attempted to broker peace. Surely their commonality. Okay. My words helped them reach an agreement. The chief engineer and the seneschal shared a look, then regarded me with scornful amusement. Yes, smirked the chief of engineer. You're obviously much cleverer than us. Oh, much, murmured the seneschal. You clearly know us much better than we know ourselves. Apparently, idealism would not help here. Wait, what? I thought we... okay. So I guess I just close out of this? I can't. So how does that work? Okay. So this is weird. I don't understand. Like, I attempted to broker peace, and then they came back and said, no. So that seems very strange and makes little to no sense at all. But okay. Perfect. All right. Chapter 3. A rat in the making. The chief engineer led me to the northern side of the island, skirting the chicken woods. We passed through a number of what can only be termed as checkpoints, as the fierce-eyed rats shouldered their derringers and saluted the chief engineer. Soon we come upon a small colony, smaller than some of the infestations I had encountered in London's flats, perhaps only 50 ratus faber altogether, working diligently to fortify their side of the island. The first thing I noticed was a brilliant light beaming out from the stump of the chicken wood about 6 feet high. It bathed the whole settlement in a clean blue glow, and was almost too bright to look at. By its light, I could see several raised mounds of earth, suggesting shallow tunnels. An efficient fishing operation was set up by the water, an albino rat mending nets, while others stabbed sharpened sticks into the waves. Further inland was barracks, where Sergeant barked drills at a small squadron of fighters. My arrival drew attention, and several rats paused in their work to look at me curiously. Oops, let me scroll down here. Welcome to Murenia, said the chief engineer, voiced with warm pride. It's not much to take a look at now, but it will be once we've rousted the cavies. Cavies? Take a stroll around while I summon the war council. With that, he vanished into one side of the mountain and left me to explore. Let's go visit the Rat Barracks. We were fighting impressive odds. I approached the drill sergeant. We went so far as to salute her, which earned me a grunt of satisfaction. The sergeant dismissed her troops and offered me a bit of chickenwood jerky to gnaw on. There's more of us below ground, she explained. but not enough. The cavies are bigger, and there's more of them. We're better with weapons, but haven't got the stuff to make them with. Most of us come here as stowaways and brought nothing but food, tools, and the fur on our backs. We can fish, and we nibble at the chicken woods, but we can't make guns out of trees. The cavies came with their own steamer and seem to have endless supplies. We raid them sometimes, but there's so few of us, and we can never hold on to the territory we gained for long. But that's no consequence. All we want is to be left in peace to build our republic and the Rat Star, she added thoughtfully after a moment. Of course, we want that too. Holy cow. The chief engineer led me to the northern side of the island, skirting the chicken woods. We passed through a number of what can only be termed as... I already read that. Whoops. Okay, let's go take a closer look at the Rat Star. Blue as sapphire, but endlessly more brilliant. It's not a star, of course, not really. But try explaining that to the others. The chief engineer doesn't want me to working too hard to convince them. Says that it's better for morale. But just look at it. Look. She offered me her goggles. I managed to work them over just enough to one of my eyes to see the truth of what she's studying. It was scintillac, but unlike any I'd seen before. Blue as sapphire, but more brilliant. Something about the clarity of the color was tremendously soothing. The chief science officer tittered with pleasure as I handed her goggles back. Those of us who have been to the Cavi side of the island and lived to tell the tale of it say there's plenty of glow there, plenty of bright in the water all around, but nothing like this. We took this from the island's center, Mount Ararat. Only it's not a mountain, of course. It's way more than that. It's a star. It's a hollow. There's sweet water inside and coral crawling up the walls of it. But nothing that glows save this. It's ours now, and no one can take it from us. Interesting. Okay, let's head down to the beach, where the green billows played. An albino rat smiled up at me from his mending work, looking dainty and a little shy. Chickenwood floats, especially when it's dried out and sealed, so we're able to paddle out a bit and cast our nets. We come up with all sorts of things, blind fish, crabs, sometimes a chunk of broken tentacle. But it's the fishing that would never be so good without the Rat Star, he beamed. I think it only draws good fish and keeps the scary ones away. Keeps the scary ones at bay. I know the chief science officer doesn't believe me, but I do. That light is our livelihood. Interesting. Okay. The bells of war council rang. I was summoned. Okay. For strategic assistance. 38%. I had nothing to offer but my advice. Going to offer advice, I guess. A charge. The cavies had an advantage over the rats. To prolong this much longer was purely a path to defeat. I advised them to put everything they had into a desperate assault on the breached ship. Unhappily, they concurred. The sound of the gunfire and screams echoed as far away as my ship, where the crew and I sat and watched. Few of the rats that marched forward that day returned to the light of their precious Rat Star. Those that did return bloody and shaking, yet in triumph. It was as much as they could have hoped for, if hard to call a victory. So we got Hail Murina, an occurrence, your Pigmote Isle, might quality is now 2, danger. Okay. She needs hope. If this reaches 0, bad things will happen. Okay, so now it's 3. And the civilization quality is now 2. Okay, so that's kind of strange. I don't know. Like, it seems like you want it to be higher. The nation must build. If this reaches 0, bad things happen. Okay, so it says if it reaches 0, bad things will happen, but it went 2, 3, 2. So 3 was good, apparently. Okay, continue. Luck with no more than 0. Let's Let's invite. Welcome aboard. The chief engineer couldn't leave his colony, but he relayed my request to his people. The albino rat that I saw mending nets shyly stepped forward. I'm good at fixing things, he said earnestly, and I'd like to see more of the world. I waited for him to gather up his effects and say goodbye to his family before accompanying him on board. Awesome. We lost one danger. Ooh. Uh-oh. We lost one civilization thing, and now it's at danger. Oh, crap. We'd eaten our fill and our business concluded. It was time to continue our voyage. Okay, yes. Ooh, that's interesting. Steal the rat star. Oh, yeah, we're not doing that. Perhaps not. Okay. And I thank you, everybody, for joining me thus far. This will be where we will be ending it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully we'll see you next time for some more Sunless Sea. Thank you again, everybody, and we'll see you next time.